So I hope you're all working hard on your tampon challenge. Me and Campoon over here are gonna do our own submissions for the blasters today. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do, he's gonna do. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna do a Nerf ball blaster, which is the predecessor to the Nerf reactor.
Our buddy Rhett might stop by and do his own submission. So 1, 2, 3, weird, go!
So I just opened it up. This is pretty much exactly what I expected. It looks exactly like a Nerf reactor. This is solvent welded on, so I will need to boil that apart.
So I dug through the shed and tried to look for something that inspired me to make something weird, and this is what I came up with. It's the Spy Gear red thing. I don't know, there's probably another technical term to it. We've got two kinds of tampons we're working with. OB light flow and OB heavy flow. And what's great about these is they're like little dart packets and they're already compacted down pretty good. So I think we're just gonna leave the plastic on and we're still flinging tampons so it still counts. I got a few barrel types. I'm gonna try and figure out what works best and kind of just start modding and see where it takes me.
My name is Rhett. Today for the tampon challenge, I am going to be modding a Mega TTG.
For the big old mega tampons, I think this 1/2-inch PEX is gonna work really well. And I've got some brass in this old blaster that I'm probably gonna pull off here for the little ones.
I just dremeled out the center kind of gap a little bit more to accommodate the CPVC barrel. I've got E-tape on here to act as a stabilizer. I hot glued all of this in here to really anchor it in. I had to dremel out the back as well. I've got this back washer piece and that's just gonna go back together and it's all gonna fit back together pretty well, I think. I don't know if I have a name for this. Rob wants me to name it the Green Waffle, so that's a little uncomfortable. Yeah, it's really compact, it's small, it fits in your purse. There you go. It's Nerf for nothing. I'm not naming it the Green Waffle.
So this blaster here was definitely not built to fire tampons. It was built for different purposes. This here is an XBZ air tank, which is the only good part of the Buzzbee Blastzuka, and a long strike shell, which is the only good part of the long strike. We got a 17/32 and a 9/16 brass breech in here. So we're just gonna go ahead and load the harpoon in, pop it in here to the back, close her up, give her a good 14-16 pumps and see what it does. It's spinning. It's right at 40 of my steps. I have no idea what my pace is when I walk, so it's 40 steps. Rep measurement.
And I'm just gonna insert the brass down in here with the Teflon so it's nice and tight. I guess there's no valve on this, so I'm making a nuclear bomb apparently, so here we go. Oh! Danglies! So what should we name this? Crimson Tide is her name. Now we found that these tampons with that outer casing, the non-applicator ones, are doing a lot better because they don't get that instant expansion to them. That was not half bad. I almost hit a bird. These are the neighbors that I interviewed about the Nerf arena, and they have some wonderful puppies, so we're gonna go say hi to them.
This is Roscoe. Roscoe's a good boy. Hi, Roscoe. You go, man. Harley.
So Crimson Tide definitely fires the little ones out of the brass just fine. So what I'm gonna do is take the PEX, sheath it over the top of it so I can fire the big ones and the small ones. So I'm all done with my blaster. What it is, I made a series of Speedloader Shells. These two right here are gonna fit the jumbo ones, just cram them down in there. And then I also made a larger one to just shoot these entire Playtex thingamabobs. I hope this works. Shove another one on there. And we'll try the giant harpoon now. I can't believe that works, that's hilarious. So now I'm gonna go outside and range test it. So I'm gonna call it about 38 feet on the first one and a little bit more for the second one. So I'm gonna fire my Super Playtex round into the street just to see what we can do with it. That's not bad. I'm calling it about 48 feet. These things are just really darty. They fly through the air kind of wonderful, and plus they're hilarious because they still have the applicator and everything. So for my money, it's full applicator, full package and all.
All right, this is our finished project. This is the tech target. We have basically just added a 1/2-inch CPVC coupler in here, and I've added an ace number 49 spring in there, greased it back up, and then we have a 1/2-inch CPVC here on the front and 1/2-inch PVC. You can load these larger tampons in the front here, or you can speed load your smaller ones right here in the back. Just stick it in there, attach the coupler, prime, and you're ready to go.
So after a very fun night of hanging out with Cameron and Rhett and working on Crimson Tide with my speed loaders, Cameron had the wonderful idea to try and see if we could get the tampons to fire out of a flywood blaster. So we grabbed a strife, realized that the push arm was too short, so I solved the push rod problem with the nail, but I'm still running into a problem of these tampons being too short in the magazine, and I spent probably about 45 minutes trying to troubleshoot that idea and trying to modify the magazines, but it's 5 o'clock in the morning and I just didn't have time to mess with it. Now this strife has had the locks taken out. I've got a video coming up about that soon. Keep in mind, we are firing tampons out of a strife. This is not rocket science. Mixed results, I do have such a bad push rod in there right now and it could certainly be improved, but we did get him to fire out of there. I believe most of the problems I'm having is because of that junky nail. I could have done a better job on it, but you know, I just had an idea at 4 o'clock in the morning. I wanted to see if I could do it with the materials I had in my garage. I think this is definitely doable though, so if you guys feel like improving upon this, I'm sure it's been done before, but you know, half of the fun of Nerf is figuring stuff out for yourself. These are actually cheaper than Nerf darts. They were $7 for 40 of them, so pick up a pack and have fun, guys. And in other news, there are tampons all over my room. Thanks for watching, guys.